We are now joined by two of the top strawweights in one championship, a matchup between the best nicknames in all of martial arts, Little Giant versus the Monkey God. This is going to be an epic one. Number one ranked contender Bokang Masunyane takes the number two ranked Jared Brooks. The winner gets a shot at reigning one strawweight world champion Joshua Pasio. Can't wait for this one. Let's start with you, Jared. Jared, you came into this promotion like a freight train, intense, high octane, and you haven't been shy on the mic, to say the least. How are you feeling right now ahead of this all important fight?
Feel really amped up. Ready to go, man. Friday can't come soon enough.
How long have you been waiting to face this man? I know when you came to one championship, you started calling out people left and right. Did you know that Bokang was somebody that you would run into sooner or later?
To be honest, I thought that he was stuck in South Africa, so thank God that he can actually come and compete again. I know how it is having layovers and layoffs and stuff like that. So yeah, welcome back, man. I'm gonna give you a hard welcome though.
Thanks, man.
All right. Yes. Glad to have you back and finally see you in action, Bokong. How have you been all this time? How does it feel now to be back here in Fight Week?
Yeah, it was tough being stuck, not being able to travel and not being able to compete at all. So I'm so grateful and so happy, actually more excited to get back and compete. This is what I do for a living. This is something I love doing. So I'm quite happy to be back in Singapore and I get to do what I do best.
All right. Do you think the time away that you've spent so far, and with Jared coming into the promotion while you were gone, do you think you're gonna have any like cage rust when it comes to the fight on Friday night?
I don't really think so because I believe before I came into one championship, I was also stuck with fights. I was struggling to get fights. And it's been a while since I also fought before going into one championship. So for me, it's just another day. I just got myself well prepared for the fight. I know I'm fighting one of the toughest guys in the division. And so I had to get myself as well prepared as possible.
All right, over to Jared right now. The lead up to your fights have been entertaining to say the least. You've never been hesitant to talk smack or call any opponents out. But I would like to know, obviously, the culture in Asia is a little bit different. Has it been difficult trying to get in your opponent's heads, especially if they are a little reluctant to engage in a war of words?
I'm just myself at the end of the day. I'm real. So if people they sit and they don't want to talk trash, they don't want to sit there and be real when I'm literally trying to go out and kill somebody and they shy away from it. So yeah, I'm not too reluctant on not talking trash because that's the way that it is. If people don't want to sit there and talk trash or get their name out, then that's their ordeal. But yeah, the people that don't like the trash talking, I mean, some people don't like R&B, some people like rock and roll more. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's just me.
All right, Bokang. Obviously, fighting is both physical and mental. A lot of fighters, try to get under each other's skins, try to get into each other's heads. Is that something that you are accustomed to? Is that something that you shy away from? What's your take on verbal exchanges?
Look, it's always different for any fighter leading up to a fight. So my way of getting ready to a fight, I have to be excited to compete. It's something I love doing. So for me, it's using my excitement in order for me to get ready for fights. So like Jared said, it depends on what taste you like doing. So if Jared likes talking trash, that's his way of getting himself ready for fight. And I have nothing to do with that, but I always say I've got respect for anyone that steps into that cage because it takes a lot of courage to just walk in there. So it doesn't matter what type of a fighter you are, but getting onto that cage takes a lot of courage, and I just have mad respect for that.
All right, Jared. Obviously, yeah. So he's Jared has talked a lot of trash with guys like Lito Adiwang, and other fighters he's fought. But to you, Bokang, he's actually been very respectful towards you, giving you props. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, look, I expected anything from Jared. Sometimes he talks trash, sometimes he's really nice to people, but like I said, that's his personality, you know. That's how he works with people. He knows how to be nice to people. He knows how to talk trash to people. So, either way, I was expecting any side of him to come out, and it is what it is at the end of the day. So, yeah.
All right, Jared, let's put it on record, man. What do you think of Bokang as a fighter? Do you think he's a real threat to you?
I think Bokang has a lot of great capabilities, and he has shown that throughout his career. He is only 8-0, so he still has some dues to pay, and I'm going to be a hard ticket. But I'm ready for anything that Bokang wants to bring to me. I know that he's a clinch fighter. I know that he likes to push off, kick, stuff like that. I'm ready for whatever you bring to me, man. At the end of the day, this is a kill or be killed sport, and I'm definitely ready to kill.
Do you share the same sentiment, Bokang? Do you go in there with this kind of mentality as well?
Oh yes. At the end of the day, it's a fight. You know, it's not like we're playing WWE. We actually getting in the cage, and you prepare to fight someone, and someone prepares to fight against you. So, cutting everything else aside, talking business wise, you know, I'm ready for anything. I've worked hard. I've worked out my entire life for those opportunities. So, you know, when the cage door closes, then it's all in. You know.
All right, you've studied his style, obviously, Jared. What do you think is going to be the difference on Friday night?
And he can sit there and say that he's been wrestling, and he got fourth at the Commonwealth Games. Good job. But besides that, bro, I've been wrestling my whole life too, and I have the best wrestling capabilities in one right now. So if you try to get my back, anything like that, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna go guns blazing. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. But my intentions is very very hard intentions towards Bokang, and yeah, I can sit there and act friendly no matter what, but inside I'm just ready to go.
All right, Bokang, Jared joined one championship while you were away, and he's had a few good wins, very impressive performances. What can you say about his performances? What can you say about him as a fighter? What's your opinion of his skill set?
Look, he's when I was gone, he was winning a lot of fights, and he's in one of the best promotions for a reason. He's in one championship. He's number 2 ranked, so I know he's one of the best fighters in the world. But I believe I'm also at that stage. I'm the number 1 ranked at the moment, so I believe that my skills will be better than Jared. But of course, it's a fight. Anything can happen, but I'm always prepared for anything.
Right. For those who don't know, a lot is at stake in this fight. It's an official one strawweight world title eliminator, meaning the winner will move on to face the champion of the division. In this case, it's Joshua Pasio, who has been dominant over the last few years. Question for Bokang: given the magnitude of this fight, do you feel any pressure at all heading into Friday night?
Honestly, I don't feel pressure. It's something I've been doing my entire life, or it's something I've always wanted to be doing. The only pressure I feel, of course, is this is bigger than myself. You know, now I'm fighting for Africa. I'm fighting for a lot of fighters in Africa to be recognized, and that's the pressure I feel behind me, my family and friends. But other than that, it's the excitement I see in them, the fact that they're seeing me compete, and I'm very excited to be back in it. And of course, I'd like to be the first world champion coming out of Africa, born and raised in Africa. So, yeah, it's that time, and I'm gonna make use of this opportunity.
All right, Jared. It seems like he's very calm, cool, and collected. Do you think he should be a little bit more worried?
Yes, at the end of the day, you should be. I don't know how much stuff you've been, you know, getting down on my technique and stuff like that, but it's completely different when we go in the octagon. And I know you share the same type of feelings, but at the end of the day, man, I'm coming in to kill or be killed, and I'm just ready to go against you and show what my technique is all about.
All right. If you beat Bokang, you're going to put yourself in position to achieve what you've set out to do in this promotion, which is get that title shot and win that, and then win that world title. How important is this fight for you? How dangerous of an opponent is Bokang really?
It's a super important fight for me. I mean, I'm one fight away from getting a world championship, and I've put that in fruition in my head since I started fighting. So I couldn't do it in the UFC, unfortunately. We all got cut really, really fast. So this is definitely the best promotion I've ever fought in, and some of the best fighters as well. But at the end of the day, I am the best strawweight in the world, and nobody's going to take that away from me. Not Bokang, not Josh, not anybody in the top five. I've faced two guys that Bokang would have a little bit more trouble with than Sawada and Rene Catalan. So I've definitely paid my dues a little bit more in this division, and I've fought at least twice in the last 6 months. So I'm still ready, and I still smell blood. So I'm definitely coming and trying to grab a title.
All right. We saw on social media that you did run into one of your childhood idols this week, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. What was
Yep.
that experience like for you? And did he give you any advice heading into this fight?
You know, I was almost speechless just meeting him because, when I was 14, 15 years old, I'm watching Demetrius Johnson win a world title, and it was just really hard to even come up with the words to even say to him like thank you. I really wanted to say thank you because that's the way I felt. But yeah, he was telling me, he's like, dude, you make 125, and I was like, yeah, I'm actually 122 pounds sopping wet. And he was just like, damn, dude. He's like, well, you're young. He said, go out and try to do the best that you can in this sport and try to get as much money as you can. And that was some really good words from the GOAT.
All right, Bokang, same for you. You're in a very unique situation as well. This is the biggest stage, obviously, for martial arts, and the lights are very bright. How do you handle that mental pressure? Heading into a big fight like this.
Yeah, honestly, I know this is something I've wanted to do my entire life. So I've always been prepared for this. I've played myself, seeing myself in the bright light, seeing myself fighting in front of a million fans, So I know this is something I've always expected, and I believe I'm well prepared, and I'm always ready for situations like this. And this is one of the new journey to my life, being in front of the cameras and all that. It's something I've always wanted to do. So I'm quite happy and grateful to be here.
All right, let's go back to this fight. Obviously, this is a very interesting clash of styles. I know you've both gone over it with your team. I'd like to hear your thoughts, Bokang, on what Jared's game plan is going to be. What do you think he's going to try to do against you?
Look, I believe he's got also strong wrestling. He's got good hands, strong power behind him. But I believe I'm more agile, I'm more mobile than he is. So I believe I'm quicker than him. So that's going to make a big difference between this fight. I'm always prepared for a 3-round war, or if it's a 5-round war, I'm always prepared for all the rounds. And everything that happens in between the knockout and the submissions, that's just something that's like a cherry on top for me.
All right, Jared, same question to you. What do you think Bokang's strategy will be coming into this fight? How do you think he's going to fight you?
I think that he's gonna get hit like once or twice, and he's gonna try to shoot, and he's gonna try to get my back, and he's gonna try to stay there the whole time. I mean, bro, you've had one knockout in how many fights? So I get it, but everybody's calling you a striker. I don't think you're a striker, to be honest. I think that you're a wrestler. I think that my jiu-jitsu skills are way beyond yours. I haven't seen you on the ground. I know that you are agile. I know that you do move a lot, but we'll see when it comes down to the fight, man. I think that I'm just as agile and just as speedy as you. You're gonna have to find that out in the octagon or in the circle. Sorry.
All right, Bokang, how do you respond to that? He's criticizing your skills a little bit there.
Yeah, look, I enjoy being doubted for my skills, but at the end of the day, it's a fight. I'm here to become a world champion, and at the moment, Jared is the person in front of me from competing for the world title. So I'm ready for him. On the night, we're gonna see who's the better fighter, and may the best man win.
This one is expected to produce fireworks. I know both of you will be going for the finish. If it presents itself, Bokang, it's time to call your shot. How does this fight end for you? What's your prediction?
I'm prepared for a 3-round war. But anything can happen, you know. I surprised myself with the knockout. I've won by submission before. So, like I said, the knockout submissions and everything else, that's a cherry on top. I always stick to the game plan, and that's going to be for me on Friday. And yeah, I believe this is the potential of becoming a fight of the night.
Jared, balls in your court. How does this fight end for you? What's your prediction?
I mean, it'd be great if I could get him out of there in the first 30 seconds. But I am prepared for a 3-round war as well. Um, I don't know how his strength and conditioning is right now, but I know that against Sawada that he kind of tired out in the second round, and it was very evident. But I'm coming in prepared, man. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I think that I could sub you. I think that I could knock you out, or I could grind out a decision. That's for sure.
Number 1 ranked strawweight contender Bokang Masunyane versus number 2 ranked Jared Brooks at 156. Fans will definitely not want to miss this tremendous contest and witness 2 warriors battle it out for the next shot at 1 championship gold.